In December of 2023, I stumbled across this 1970s house surrounded by greenery and immediately knew that I'd found the one. I could imagine my dad sitting on the balcony with his coffee and mum in the garden potting her succulents. But the tricky thing was I'd already signed the contract for a different house. Luckily, there was still one day left before I was locked in for good. And so in the spirit of all great things are worth the sacrifice, I rescinded the contract, lost the holding deposit, and took a risk on the one. Honestly, I didn't really feel ready to be a homeowner at 24, but I knew that my parents would really value a forever home after renting for so long. This house was far from our dream home, but it really just needed a little bit of love. This is what it looked like when we walked in for the first time, and this is what it's looking like now after a year of renovations. I naively went in with such high expectations of creating an aesthetic, Pinterest-worthy home, but if there's one thing I wish that could be talked about more, it's how social media really warps our expectations of reality. Having a perfectly furnished, tidy home with beautiful decor is point blank unrealistic for the most of us. Dad and I disagreed on a lot of design choices. His were practical, whereas mine were aesthetic but super costly. In the end, we compromised by meeting in the middle. And now finally things are wrapping up. We're waiting on our kitchen cabinet and stair railings, which have been super delayed. If you want to follow along, you know what to do.